On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what Guan, a blessed and wonderful Friday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, you don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps, to the name Friday, the day when Mr. Smile pan some of the ones and ones them pocket. So whilst you're out there traversing these streets from Moran Point to the Grill Point, as always, my peeps, safe travel, pan the gravel, and continuously look out on the corner, cause the old dirty corner boy them always out there and lurks. Yeah, man. So we're going to kick it off in the morning, my peeps, with an update stemming from yesterday morning's story. We were made mention of a fatal knockings and clappings that took place in the Kingston Western Police Division along West Street. Now, the man who was on the receiving end of the fatal bullets is presently on your screen, and he has since been identified as Michael Edwards. Now, in yesterday's report, I made mention that an illegal weapon was taken from him, but the report did not specify whether it was a firearm or not. So this morning, I'm here to let you know that it was not an illegal firearm, but the use of a scissors, illegally so, which deemed the scissors an illegal weapon. Yeah, man. Now, one may ask how Michael Edwards ended up for losing 3 pints. Now, it is stated that Michael Edwards was taken to the Kingston Public Hospital some time ago by his mother. His mother stated that he go to one party some days prior and come back from the party and start behave strangely. She said, boy, it seems like all our mental faculties them now so straight anymore, something not right with him. She said, boy, coming like her son lose a screw somewhere along the way. So she carry him to get some medical attention out of KPH. It is said that him did a behave one little way when the mother leave the compound, to the point where it is stated by KPH personnel that him attack and seriously injured a nurse and fight off the security personnel at KPH and end up escape from KPH. So it is now stated that him escaped from KPH and made his way down West Street. Now, whilst going down West Street, unfortunately for him, he found himself in the middle of a joint police military operation being conducted in the West Street area. Now, it is stated that when he got onto the compound of the All Saints Anglican Church, that is where a police constable see him and try to accost him. It is said that he used a scissors to attack the police. So the police have to clap some corner for him, so him take away himself. And the take away himself now garnered the attention of a JDF member who was close by. So what go on now is that the JDF member would have seen that the squad clap some corner for him, and him reaching closer to the JDF member have a better aim. Now it is stated that he had something in his hand, something shiny. The JDF member couldn't really make out exactly what about it long and shine. So because the squad fire for him, the JDF member gun him down in high streets. And unfortunately, he was returned to the very same place that he just escaped from to be pronounced. You know what? Now his mother is asking for answers. Now his mother has since been identified as Shashina Lewis. She now questioned how her son even get to escape out of KPH. And all she did was to bring him there to get some medical attention. Boy, I mean, I tell you, the one here really is a hard pill for swallow. Now listen.
You see, before him start behave, so he incorporate and make them take him blood and everything, incorporate until him then bring him to the ward. Then he start move boisterous. Because after him them carry me, strap up and everything, when them pull him hand and him foot, he never did give no trouble. It's when them carry me, it's when him go upstairs and underward to him start behave boisterous and go on. Oh, him come out, hospital, the amount of security posts I passed last night to come down, to come out, come buy the food for him. The amount of security posts I pass. Yes, you make him come out, jump wall. Him can't jump from the I don't know which floor, second floor, right? So him can't jump from there. So the fence them full of wire. Him can't jump over them there. I just recently, that's why I carry me in. Even people, him texting people regular yesterday, like regular person. Yes. I just they wanted him to calm him down. Make him then put him to sleep. For make him, even a couple of days that he could rest, so me see if I walk on with him head. I never came there to get no injection nor nothing. Never came there to do no injection. It's what I call Bellevue. If I went to a party and him drink, him stop beard, him not beard, him move out him stuff them all time, also him bill.
Now the next thing that we're gonna talk about, my peeps, Indicom and JFJ. A ball again. Them a ball I say, boy, the police them a slap with too much. In fact, they are now stating that since the start of the year, the police have surpassed the 200 mark in terms of security forces, fatal knockings and clappings. Now that's according to the latest figure from the Independent Commission of Investigations, Indicom. It says that up to Thursday, that's yesterday, August 14, 201 end up lose them 3 points by the police, or should I say, by the hands of the security forces. So according to Indicom, the figure is nearly double the number of those that lost their lives in police knockings and clappings last year. So up to August 14, 104 people would have reportedly been taken out by the police. But this year's figure stands at 97 more than those who were taken out by the police for the same period last year. So it's a 93% increase in fatal police knockings and clappings when compared to the similar period last year. So far, 11 have been reported in August alone. So Indicom says that only 41 JCF members have been charged following investigations conducted between 2024 and 2025. So we are say, the 41 never enough Indicom. You wanted more? No, sir. Make a focus on what we need. We focus on. Because guess what, Indicom? Fatal knockings and clappings to the hands of criminal elements are down by 42% this year. So 10 fatalities were committed in Jamaica last week, bringing the homicide total to 415 as at August 9. Now, it is somewhere near like 420 or 420 little. And this represents a 42% decline in fatalities to the hands of criminal element year to year. So last year, this time, the country would have recorded 712 fatalities. And now we stand at 415. So that is a significant drop. So make we focus on what we need for focus pan. So Indicom and JFJ, as always, we not worry about the wrong set of things. So as at August 2025, Jamaica is experiencing a decline in the fatality rate to the hands of criminal element, projected to be approximately 24 per 100,000 inhabitants. So by the end of the year, this should mark the lowest rate since 1991. Wanna see how far back that, my peeps? If this year continues on the trajectory, it will be the best year we have seen since 1991. And that stems right across both political divide. JLP and PNP has ruled in between all those years. So whatsoever it is that the new commissioner, Dr. Kevin Blake, is doing to basically boost the morale of its members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, he needs to continue to do it. Because whatsoever his implementation has been is most definitely working. Now, we kick off this morning's set of stories. Now, the first thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the St. Andrew Central Police Division, where the police have laid formal fraud charges against a legal consultant after he was accused of failing to return $8.9 million given to him by a man as a part payment towards a purchase of an apartment in St. Andrew. Now, 61-year-old Christopher Powell, he's of a Manchester address, have been charged with fraudulent conversion. Now, according to the Hertfordshire Police, in January of 2024, Christopher Powell collected the money as a part payment on a 2-bedroom apartment located in the Kingston 10 area, which the police says valued at the time $50 million. The complainant subsequently became suspicious and requested a refund, but Powell allegedly became elusive. The matter was reported to the police and an investigation launched. Powell, that's Christopher Powell, was arrested in Mandeville on Friday, August 8th, and then transported to the Hertfordshire Police Station, where he has been charged after being questioned in the presence of his attorney. So right there and then, another decent spot of work again by the squad of them. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, the St. Mary Police Division has been rocked with yet again another fatal knockings and clappings. Now this time it took place along Frontier Drive in Port Maria, St. Mary. And the man who was on the receiving end of those fatal bullets has since been identified as 21-year-old Alex Gooden, said to be of a Frontier District address in Port Maria, St. Mary. He was taken out by armed unknown assailants, who it is said that had a verbal with him before they took him out. Now, no one knows for sure the exact reason behind it, but of course, On The Spot News Media will most definitely be making checks into this one and update you subsequently. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is coming out of the St. Catherine South Police Division, right over there in Cayman's Garden. Now, the man who was on the receiving end of them fatal bullet there has since been identified as 31-year-old Dick Uriah Palmer, but them call him Children in our streets, said to be a laborer from Cumberland Meadows in Portmore, St. Catherine. He was taken out in a hail of bullets by armed criminal elements. Now it is stated that the 100-man police is presently investigating that particular fatality. Yeah, man. Now over there in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. Catherine North Police Division, I made mention briefly of these fatal knockings and clappings yesterday. It took place over there in the Linstead policing area, a section known as Wakesfield. Now it is stated that this criminal element here, presently on your screen, identified as Javian Johnson, but them call him JRJJ in our streets, said to be from a Backlands community in Linstead, St. Catherine. Now he also frequents the St. James Police Division on a regular, where it is stated that he's a known top knockers and clappers. He was taken out during what the police described as an armed confrontation with them. An illegal firearm was also taken from him. After the smoke cleared and the battle was won, the police transported him to the Linstead Hospital, not necessarily in a bid to save his life, but more so to have him officially pronounced you know what. They seized a Browning 9mm pistol with serial number erase, with a magazine containing 4 live 9mm cartridges inside. Now, right there and then, another decent spot of work again by the squad of them. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about took place over there in Black River in St. Elizabeth. Them calling up a business owner, 33-year-old bar owner. And basically, them carry him go to hospital. Him dead. I go and hang on to life. But him say him no know who knock it and clap it pan him. So the Black River Police is presently investigating his particular knockings and clappings. And of course, the police them strike again. This time over there in Darliston, in Westmoreland, the neighboring police division. Yeah, man. Now the police them slap where a criminal element identified as Sean Burt, 31 years old, said to be unemployed, we come from Darliston in a Westmoreland. He was taken out in what the police described as an armed confrontation. However, the police stated that them take a little spin barrel off him, what we call spin barrel, a .38 revolver. He had 6 cartridges in it, so I guess him not even get to squeeze off one. But the police them end up near him food and broke the plate. Now, I want to know if you understand, say sometime, real bad man carry a 38 or a 45 Magnum with a spin barrel, because when him do the damage and do the dirt, no spent shell no left a ground for the police them can come investigate and find out a who for gonna or find fingerprint or whatsoever. So at them thing there, the real top knockers and clappers them start trads with right now. Now the last thing that we are gonna talk about my peeps. We have 3 criminal elements who is deemed wanted by the police. Now the first one is presently on your screen, and he has since been identified as Daniel Powell, but them call him Dan in our streets. Now the police is stated that this brother is wanted for a fatal knockings and clappings, to include a slew of firearm related offences. Now the second one has since been identified as Denado James, but them call him Den in our streets. He too is wanted for a fatal knockings and clappings, and he's wanted by the St. Catherine South Police Division. And last but most definitely not the least, this criminal element here identified as Andre Lewis, but them call him Curtis Lewis. That time name we use sometime in our streets, but him alias is known as Bigger, even though him looks a small. Now he too is wanted for a fatal knockings and clappings, to include a slew of firearm related offences. Now this brother frequents Red Hills Road, 100 Lane, 85 Lane, and basically the general Whitehall Avenue community. And he's most definitely wanted by the Constant Spring Police. So anyone out there who have any information surrounding the whereabouts of any one of these criminal elements, please alert the nearest police station. And as always, if you don't trust the police, link on the Spot News Media or any like-minded vlogger. Give us the information and we will most definitely pass it on to the relevant authorities who can make effective change Yeah, man. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.